Morning, Mike. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Business as usual tomorrow. Are you in or?
No, I'll give it him. I'll give the boys off tomorrow. We're not, we've had them in more this week than planned, so we can give them Christmas Day off, and basically try and cut the amount of travelling over a shorter period. You know what I mean?
Is it? I mean, you are travelling on Boxing Day. It happens, doesn't it? You've had a lot of miles the last few weeks. Do you think it caught up with them on Saturday or what?
You could listen. You can say that, yeah, of course, but I don't think the amount of travelling affected our defending, if you know what I mean, or our choice of defending, our decisions of when to go, when not to go. And it's not just the defender's mind, because there was big gaps in midfield. We were a bit disjointed. Having said that, and I didn't say it after the game Saturday, but Oldham finished their chances well. They took their chances well, and look, they've got over 20 points on the road, and there's a reason why. They're dangerous on the counter attack. So look, it was a little bit frustrating. My frustrating part was that we didn't hold on to the lead, but if we score the penalty, we win the game, I think.
Yeah. I must ask you this: that you've set the standard this season in League Two. Do you think you're on your blip at the moment?
Well, listen, possibly. Well, you could say we're on the blip because of the amount of points that we've got back over the last 3 games. Yeah, you can say that, but that's a credit to the players how well they've started and the amount of points they've got so far. So, if you want to call it a blip, then call it a blip. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm sure you people in the press like to look at the negatives.
No, but as I said, I did say you've set the standard, and that's the point, isn't it? That if you're going to have a blip, have it when you're top.
Yeah, listen, but, I said to you when we were winning games as well, I'm not going to get carried away, by winning games. I'm not going to get too down on losing games. We've gone through the areas we thought, well, we've shown them, what went wrong on Saturday. And hopefully they take it on board and we can improve and be more solid on Boxing Day.
Yeah. Have you got anybody available you didn't have, or anybody missing, Mike? Or
possibly,
okay.
Both.
I know there's no point pushing on that, but how are your squad coping, do you think, with that sort of thing?
Well, listen, I think the amount of injuries has gone up over the season with not just our club, but all clubs. So look, it's a big demand on them, and that it's not just injury. It's going to be loss of form. It's going to be inconsistent results. It's going to be strange results. But it's the year we're in at the minute. Nothing is normal. We've just got to try and come out of it as best as we can.
Are you any further down the road with your loan sort of negotiations that you were talking about last week?
I just missed the call, so as soon as I get off, I'll be taking the call.
Oh, right, okay. But you're not then. No updates on that yet. No,
not at the minute. There's 1 or 2 nearly done coming in as well. So we've been on the front foot that way.
So new faces arriving.
Yeah.
Is that for holes or to strengthen generally? How would you describe it?
Anyone I'm bringing in January will hopefully strengthen the team and the squad.
Are they loans rather than signings, or a bit of both, do you hope?
At the minute, loans.
It's a great position to be in, isn't it? That you can do.
It's more attractive than going to somewhere who are then the bottom of the Football League. Players have got a chance to to show what they can do in this situation and try and get a promotion on their CVs.
What'll be the not the secret, but what's the formula now, do you think, Mike, to keep this going for the rest of the season? Because it is a long season and we're not even halfway through yet, are we?
No, listen, it's tough, and just got to stick together, keep working hard, keep believing in what we're doing, and we'll end up where we deserve to end up. It's as simple as that. Last season was very unfortunate with the amount of injuries we had, because if we had our best 11, 12 players week in, week out, we would have done really well last season. And at the minute, we've limited the amount of injuries and we're top. So, it's kind of backing up what I'm saying. I know it's slightly different players, but a lot of the same players are here. And we need a bit of luck as well. We got to turn the defeats into draws and the draws into wins. It's as simple as that.
It has been a strange year, Matt, a strange season as well. The COVID thing appears to be getting worse. You're strict, I know, with your protocols, but people like Paul Lambert are calling for more testing. Neil Harris yesterday saying, yeah, more testing, but clubs would need support, not just League Two, he said, other clubs. How are you looking on it, Mike? I know, as I say, I know you've been really strict and you've praised your medical side for what they put in place as well.
Yeah, listen, for me, the safety of the players has got to come first. Not just the players, the staff as well. Across a lot of clubs, there's older staff members, whether it be kit men, or around the training ground. So yeah, we want to make it as a safe environment as possible. And if there are more testing to be done, then so be it. I'm all for that.
But the club would need support, wouldn't they? I mean, they couldn't afford that.
Oh yeah, of course. Listen, it's already cost us probably 3 times what we budgeted for in terms of that. And yeah, we're going to need help.
Do you see it happening now? I mean, again, Neil Harris was also saying yesterday, he said you'd be lucky not to have fixtures called off as a club because, it's society, isn't it? You can have all the bubble you like, but in his words, you don't just live in that environment; you live in the world around you.
Yeah, and listen, like I said, the players have obviously been very careful and professional. But that doesn't mean to say that it's going to stop you catching it. There's people I know who have had it and not been anywhere other than their place of work and home, and they've caught it. So it's it's just the virus. It doesn't care where it gets and who it gets. It's very potent at the minute.
Mm. So what's your wish going into 2021, Mike?
We finished top. Simple as that.
That'll do it. Cheers.
Cheers, Rob.
I won't keep you long because, I'm not technically working today, but there we are. In terms of those loans, are they ready? You say you're on the front foot. That'd be January 1st, hopefully.
No, it's not the first, Chris.
Okay.
Because of the way that it opens, the only extended loan deals will be available from the 1st. So they'll be more like the 4th.
Oh, okay. There we are. I was going to ask because I will look, but are you limited with the amount of loans you can have in a squad?
No, you're limited to how many you can have in a match
day. Yeah, match day.
It's 5. But yeah, there'll be 1 or 2 going back as well. So it's just about replacing.
Okay. Team news wise, how you say is Joss back in the mix? You said he missed out, didn't he? From
he might be.
Okay. What was his? Was he? Because he had a hamstring earlier in the season, wasn't?
No, it's nothing to do with hamstring. He's taken a knock and it's just taken a while to settle down. To be honest, it's in a sore area. So he's had the scan. That's all clear. That's brilliant. Great news. But it's just about making sure he's comfortable within himself.
Good. And Ryan Taylor getting closer as well because he wasn't quite ready for Salford, was he? But
very close.
Very close. There we are. All good. Finally, as well, what are you expecting from Crawley?
Well, listen, they're a very, very tough team to play against. They've got some really good players. They're on a bit of a high. They've got the best striker in the league at the minute, who's attracting a lot of attention from other clubs. So pity we didn't play him a couple of days later and he'd gone. But yeah, they've got a striker who's got 16 goals. It's a phenomenal amount so far in the games he's played. So we know it's going to be a very, very tough game.